Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Uh, Kind of a special video I wanna do here, and it's kind of a thank you video, and I I accomplished my goal. I accomplished the goal that I was hoping to do by the end of the year. I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I did it literally. I mean, you talk about a great Christmas present. I did it basically the what is the date in K? Because right now it is early Tuesday morning of December 27th, and I hit the 1,000 on the 26th, and it's an awesome feeling, and I can't thank you guys enough, and I just want to say too, if there's anybody new that hasn't seen my channel before, if you like hockey content, if you love, jerseys, talking about jersey collections, jersey unboxings, any kind of hockey talk, I love talking it. I love talking about it. And if you love jersey content and just hockey talk in general, and you're new here, it would be awesome if you would hit that subscribe button. Also hit that like button too. Lets the YouTube algorithms know that these videos have some traction, I guess, in a way. So yeah. Or if you've been here before but you haven't quite gotten around to hitting the like button or the subscribe button. It would be awesome if you hit the subscribe button, both the like and subscribe button. It would be absolutely awesome. It would be greatly appreciated by me, and yeah, because I can't thank you guys enough. I mean, hitting 1,000 subscribers. I've had this channel for, what's it been? A little over a year and a half. I'm trying to exactly remember, but it's been a bit, and hitting 1,000 subscribers, it's a heck of a milestone. It really is. It's something else. And I know when I first started this channel, I thought, how many people are really going to listen to some schlub from Minnesota talk hockey? Well, apparently a few. And I'm so grateful, so very grateful. And I mean, we're talking subscribers from all over the place. I mean, I've got subscribers from England, from Australia, from I think France, Sweden. It's so cool. It's such a neat thing to be able to interact with, a lot of different people from even different countries. It's really neat. It's something that's really, really cool. And hitting 1,000 subscribers, it's a heck of a milestone. It really is. It was something I wasn't sure if I was ever going to hit, and of course now that I've hit it, I'd like to see what the potential of the channel is. Can let's how far can the reach go? How many subscribers can I get? It would be, it'd be awesome to go from 1,000 subscribers to 2,000 to 3, and just grow the channel from there. It would be absolutely fantastic. And, I have you guys to thank. I really do. I mean, there's no other way around it. You guys are, the fact that you guys have come in and you enjoy my videos, you enjoy commenting on them. The interaction is awesome, and it's such a cool feeling. And the fact now that this is 1,000 subscribers, when I kind of laid down the goal. I think when I laid down the goal, this was what was it? Summer? I think it was just maybe starting the summertime when I kind of laid down the goal. I still only had like 430 subscribers, I think, at the time when I laid down the goal. And I thought, it's a lofty goal, it's a lofty goal to go for. But I thought, let's try it. Let's see what happens. And obviously, I did a few videos that obviously were relatively popular, and it got people interested. And I'm glad that I'm able to still do those type of videos, that will interest people. And I want to continue to do videos like that will interest people, that will bring people in, that will make people want to subscribe to the channel. It's just, it's so neat, because without you guys, I'm just talking to myself. So, I can't thank you guys enough for that. And, I'm hoping that, the channel can continue to grow. And, because I have some ideas that I might want to, that I'm thinking of trying to do here coming into the new year. And, I'd love it if you guys, would be interested in tuning into it, or participating in, or whatever the case is. I'm looking at, maybe, I'm looking at possibly, starting up my own like hockey talk podcast. I think that would be a lot of fun. And, obviously I've got to get the stuff for it. I've looked at some stuff on Amazon. They sell like a whole like podcast bundle type, microphone, headset. I think it was a, trying to remember what all they had. I think the main parts, though, it had a microphone. It was one of those Blue Yeti microphones, and it had the headset, which I'm not sure if I'm necessarily going to need something like that, but it's something I might, maybe I could use. And it's the type of podcast where I would love to, I'd love to not only talk hockey, but I'd love to talk to other, I'd love to, start a podcast and talk to some of these other hockey content creators. I think that would be a lot of fun. And, just be able to talk hockey with anybody I could, really. Not necessarily have it be like a, not like a call-in show, but the type of thing where, I could sit down, I could talk hockey with somebody, or, have somebody on that, could ask questions to, what they think and all that. I think that would be a lot of fun. And, and it's the kind of thing where, it may be something, I'd start off maybe doing like one a week, one episode a week for like an hour, and see if it helps, see if it grows, see if there's interest. And, I know my wife had said that there's something that she found that, that could be, that, could, if I started my own podcast, it's something I could put on, like, some of the other, big streaming platforms, and not just YouTube either, but, some of the other ones. And I'm like, would you guys be interested in listening to me talk hockey for an hour? Would you guys be interested in, in seeing, me talking with other people, or, and this goes out to especially some of the other content creators. If I started my own podcast, would any of you guys be interested in potentially being on it? I think that would be a lot of fun. And I know I had one idea for if I started my own hockey talk podcast. There's one guy especially that I would love to talk to. I mean, I won't, I won't spill the beans on who that is. I would, it's something I would want to, I'd want to start it first and get it going, and then, then maybe ask him if he would be interested. But there's one guy I would love to be able to talk to, and I think it'd be very easy to do, 45 minutes to an hour with him. I think it'd be cool. But that's something I'm looking into to possibly do here starting in the new year, and I'd love to know if that's something you guys would be interesting to tune into, and I'm not, I was trying to think of what kind of name could, if I started a podcast, what would I call it? Well, the wife came up with an interesting idea, which actually kind of makes, it could work, but I mean, you're just, trying to run through ideas, and she thought, you start your own podcast. Why not Hockey Talk with Larry? Not bad. I don't think that's, that's not a bad idea. I don't think that's a bad idea at all. And, there's just, I mean, even talking to my brother-in-law, who had said, especially, hitting 1,000 subscribers and stuff like that. He's like, if you want to really, if you really want to kind of grow it more, look into doing, look into doing, different other different things. Like even sitting and playing my NHL games on my PlayStation 4, stuff like that, which I'd never really thought of. But he's like, there's so many people out there that that have hundreds of thousands, millions of people that watch their stuff, and they're just they it's just sometimes it's weird things that that some people like. And so that was something, maybe I could do that. I don't know if you guys would be interested in sitting there watching me play a video game, but that's something I could look into. He even said, maybe think about creating your own merchandise. Okay. And I thought, number one, what the heck would I put on it? Obviously, I'd have to create some kind of logo. I'm not sure what that would be. Right offhand, I mean, if I tried to create a logo with, with my channel name, I think I might run into a copyright issue there, because if I did something in a logo that said, Larry NHL hockey or something, the fact I would be using the letters NHL, I don't know if that would be a copyright issue or not, but it's the kind of thing I would want to find out. I would probably want to find out first, because that's the last thing I want to be nailed with is a copyright issue. I've heard those are not fun. They're not fun to go through, and I would not want to have any copyright issues if I came up with a logo or something that had the NHL letters in there. And I don't know necessarily. I mean, if it is a copyright issue, I won't do it. I would have to try to think of something else to put in there other than the NHL letters. But that's, these are just, things that I'm thinking of, things that I'm running through my head that, like I said, I'd love to, grow the channel more, and try to get more exposure out there, via a podcast. Just doing a podcast on, and being able to put them on like iHeartRadio, Spotify, stuff like that. I think that could be a lot of fun, and also and also be able to put it here on the channel. And I'd love to hear your guys's feedback on that. Is that something that you would be interested in potentially either watching or listening to? I'd love to know what you guys think, because like I said, hockey has been my passion since I was a little kid. I practically learned how to skate when I learned how to walk. It was, that's how far back I've been, into hockey. And, I grew up watching it, grew up playing it. I loved it. I love it. I've loved it since I was a kid. I will love it until the day I'm no longer here. And, I just think it could be a lot of fun to see, what other potential is there, and if the audience is there for it, would you guys be interested in checking out checking out a podcast that I start? Would you guys be interested in watching it? Would you guys be interested in listening to it? Would you guys be interested in starting even like, buying merchandise if I created my own, if I created my own logo and, stuck it on something, this is all stuff I'd love to gauge the interest of you guys. Is that something you guys could all be interested in? I would love to know what you guys think. And especially if there's any other content creators, because I think it would be fun doing a podcast with the Enforcer. I think it could be fun, doing a podcast and talking to BA from BA Sports, from Brendan, BW Hockey. I think that could be a lot of fun. I really do. There's a guy, I run into a lot of times when I'm out working, and he's a younger kid, but we go, I go in there to pick up and drop off my work stuff, and me and him, we start talking hockey. For God's sake, an hour and a half can go by, and we're like, all of a sudden we go and we're like, holy crap, we've been talking hockey for an hour and a half. That's how fast, it's crazy. You get talking hockey, and it just, time can go so fast, and it's a lot of fun. And I thought, have him on. I'd love to maybe do a podcast, once, starting out at least once a week, maybe with him. It would be a lot of fun, I think. And I guess I would love to know what you guys think, if that's stuff you would be interested in tuning into. And would you guys be interested in obviously, it'll take a little bit, because going through the little YouTube monetization thing, that takes a little bit. That takes a decent chunk of time to potentially get approved for. I'd like to think I could get approved for that, because I've got, it doesn't, looking on all the things in the YouTube studio thing, it doesn't look, I don't have any copyright strikes. I don't have any, any real issues like that. So, but it also said it, to go through all those processes. I got through the first process. It's currently on step 2, which apparently takes like 3 to 5 days to go through that. And then it goes to part 3, which then goes to YouTube for review, to see whether or not the channel qualifies for monetization under their policies. I'd like to think it would, but again, you know, who knows? You know, you never know what could happen, and that could take upwards of a month. So I mean, it might still be a while before anything like that, gets going. But looking into some of these other things, I'd love to know what you guys think. Is that stuff you guys would be interested in either watching, listening, or what are your guys' thoughts on me potentially starting my own podcast? And honestly, Hockey Talk with Larry. That could work. That could be an interesting name. Or what do you guys think? You guys, what kind of ideas would you guys potentially have for a name for a hockey podcast that I would start? I'd love to know what you guys think. Again, I can't thank you guys enough. I've been rambling for a little long here. Hell, we're 21 minutes into this thing, and because, like I said, I start going and I can just start rambling and away I go. But again, I can't thank you guys enough for being interested in the channel, for enjoying the videos. The fact that you guys keep coming back, and the fact that there's some people that have gone and said they had a really crappy day or whatever. They just happened to see one of my videos pop up on their feed or whatever, that they hadn't subscribed. They watch it and they're like, God, I like the fact he's upbeat and this, that, and the other, and it makes their day better. And it then says, I hit subscribe for that reason. I love the fact I can do that. I think that's a cool feeling, and I enjoy stuff like that. So again, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have any other ideas for names for a hockey podcast if I start one? Would you guys be interested in stuff like that? Even potentially setting up a Patreon. Is that something you guys might be interested in? That's stuff, I obviously have to look, I've got to look into to figure out exactly what all goes into that. Or even like merchandise, is that stuff you guys would be interested in potentially buying? If I don't necessarily know if I'd want to put my face on the front of a t-shirt, because who's gonna buy something with my face on it? Never know. I don't know. That's something I'd have to look into. But I'd love to know what you guys think. I'd love to know what kind of what your guys' ideas would be, and I'd love to know if this is stuff that you guys would be interested in tuning into, or being a part of, or supporting the channel in whatever way possible, whether it's viewership, comments. I can't thank you guys enough for supporting the channel as it is right now. And God willing, the channel can continue to grow, and see if there's potential for this channel to get to the heights that that Shannon has gotten to. It's taken him a long time to get to where he's gotten. That's a good way it's a good goal to aim for, and I think it'd be fun to aim for that. But getting to that first 1,000 again, I can't thank you guys enough. Without you guys being interested, like I said, I'd just be talking to myself. And again, I can't thank you guys enough. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Would you guys would me starting a podcast, would that interest you guys into watching or listening to? If I were to put together my own merchandise line, how eager would people be to be like, hey, I want to snag that, or or setting up a Patreon page. I think that could be a lot of fun. It could be, it could be a really interesting thing, especially now, hitting 1,000 subscribers, and doing whatever I can to grow the channel, and to keep you guys interested, and to keep you guys coming back and wanting to tune into my content. And again, I can't thank you guys enough. And again, I'll put the link obviously to the Discord in the description. But again, let me know what you guys think. Again, I can't thank you guys enough for supporting the channel, for liking the videos, subscribing, helping the channel get to 1,000 subscribers, and basically showing that, hey, a guy from Minnesota who loves hockey can talk hockey, and people are interested. It's a cool feeling to know that's possible. And I will do everything I can to put out the best content I can. And like I said, any type of hockey, I'll talk about Pee-wees on a pond. I'll talk about the state high school hockey tournament when that comes around. I'll talk about any kind of hockey. I don't care what kind of hockey it is. High school, college, pro, whatever kind of hockey it is, I love talking about it. I love talking about it. I'd love talking about it on here. I'd love to talk about it on potentially my own podcast. And I'd love for you guys to continue to be on this little ride with me, because without you guys, it wouldn't be possible to get to 1,000 subscribers. So let me know what you guys think. Is some of that stuff, would you guys be interested in checking out some of that stuff or tuning into it? And if I do start my own podcast, which I'm seriously thinking of doing, what other possible names could you guys think of? I'd love to know what you guys think. Again, I can't thank you guys enough for helping get to 1,000, helping me and this channel get to 1,000 subscribers. I love all you guys for it. And again, let me know what you guys think. And again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. And again, thank you guys for helping me get to 1,000 subscribers. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your guys' opinions. And I'll see you guys later.